All right, Victor, let's go. It's WrestleMania week. We got a show to do.
You want some wrestling stuff?
Oh, there you go.
How about that?
That's the appropriate place for some of it. Now, the Hollywood Hogan stuff's pretty cool.
Huh? VHS tapes?
Yeah, Brock Lesnar, here comes the pain.
You're seeing the back office.
I'm sorry, what I see is that somebody's got a hoarding problem.
You think?
There's
You think I got a hoarding problem? Pittsburgh Stellar Collectibles is loaded with all your WrestleMania needs. You want to go do a show?
Yeah, let's get to it.
All right.
Welcome to the Stellar Show, Fayette County TV, Channel 77Q, calling Breeze Live. Myself, Ken Philibum, Stellar's Collectible Shop inside the Uniontown Mall, owner Victor Mullick. And don't let me forget Fayette Friends of Animal alum, the Duke. And we're getting ready for WrestleMania week, the draft. The Pirates are tearing it up. The Penguins are in the playoffs. Our Wheeling Nailers are in the playoffs. What else is going on?
Nailers are in the playoffs.
They won their division. They might be going the whole way.
Wow, that's fantastic for the Wheeling Nailers. Didn't make it to a game this year, kind of
Still
missed
time.
out.
They got the playoffs.
Yeah, that fantastic time. If you're not doing anything, go out and see a game in Wheeling. It's a blast.
And also, speaking of things to go see, Mike Kelly Toyota of Uniontown, where it's about trust. With a wide range of automotives to choose from, we make your car buying experience enjoyable. Come see why generations have chosen us for their automotive needs. As always, thank you, Mike Kelly. Thank you not just for what you do with the deals on your vehicles, but you guys are great in the community. So what's up, sir?
I will echo those sentiments. The first thing I want to do is give Richie Ray, that banner guy in Mount Pleasant, Scottsdale area, credit for our new backdrop. He made this for the show exclusively. Might make us look a little better, although that shirt you're wearing, I'm worried about that shirt.
Speaking of better, I do got to say, if we do get bigger and better, we got to go see Denise's Stuck Up Graphics, which I know Richie goes to, so I think there's some subcontracting there.
Okay.
But anyway, they've worked together. So, but also this here is called Class.
Richie, you got me, baby.
Yeah, Denise. Yeah, right.
Our first official split.
Yeah.
But anyway, tell me why you're
yeah.
wearing this shirt. What is this?
Well, it was a giveaway.
Is this a Levin mattress type deal?
Yeah, this was the Penguin giveaway.
Levin mattress of Mount Pleasant, correct?
This was a Penguin giveaway from the showrunner Adam came through for this. Kept my streak alive of getting these shirts. Thank you, Adam. And,
way to go, Adam.
Yeah, right. And we're still struggling there with the online thing there, just a heads up. Oh, is it? Not on my end. Yeah, whatever. I'm over it.
While we're babbling right here, I want to go back a week ago from yesterday, or the day before yesterday, whatever, and thank everybody who participated in the Uniontown Mall card show over the Easter weekend. It was a tremendous turnout. No problems anywhere. I want to thank the mall staff for doing a great job, helping me and Bryce set the show up. A lot of kids had fun in the Pack Attack, thanks to Subway, thanks to Fayette Rental Solutions. Everybody, I don't want to go on and on about this, but it was a tremendous show, and we've announced that we're going to do it again in August on the 21st, 22nd, and possibly the 23rd this time. So with this, the Pack Attack's going to expand itself and get even bigger. So get ready for the tickets. I'll let you know in time.
August.
I'm done with that. Yeah, August.
Wow,
we're going to go August and then Christmas. So 3 times a year because I'm old.
4 months. Sorry. Yeah, it's I'm tired.
Yeah. But thanks to everybody, again, for the card show. It was just tremendous.
I see you got a helmet, but it's not worn, or you got, what's going on here?
This is a wonderful piece of Steeler equipment. The number 21, if you go back to the mid-'80s, number 21 was yours truly. And this is Dean, you are the best. I'm not going to yell it, but he got me a helmet from the Steelers, personalized to me with the 21 on it. It's going to be here in the shop. And he also sent a special set of shoulder pads for you guys to wear. These are official, practice or game worn, don't know the player. The week before at the card show, we got a pair of authentic pants. Who were those worn by? You're better at that than me. I want to say Medikevich.
Adams,
Montravius Adams, and a pair of gloves. So you guys can get decked out in full Steeler garb thanks to Dean down at the Steeler Pro Shop.
What do we got here?
I think those are Smiths.
Yeah.
The yellow gloves look really cool in the picture.
All right.
Before we jump into anything else, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of information on something. This is something I haven't talked to you about. When you get a football like this that's all destroyed, the inner tube inside of it, the bladder is busted, and it will not accept air. So Doc Breakiron, my old boss, came up to me a long time ago, and I'm never going to hear the end of this, but they finally came back. So you send these out to Wilson. It's a little difficult when you're in Uniontown, Pennsylvania, because we do not have a UPS store here. So you would have to actually drive to Morgantown or Greensburg to get the mailer for this. It was an absolute nightmare.
You can get USPS to pick up at the house.
At the house?
Yeah, you can get.
Go ahead, tell them how to do that.
You just get online. You have to know how to use a computer, though.
Wilson, though, they prefer UPS. So they tried to. They wanted me to go there.
Say UPS is probably going to be cheaper.
But anyway,
yeah.
Feel how tight these balls are.
Oh, wow, that's good. You know, and I have a few at home that I have some XFL balls. Actually, one's from the championship game that I need refurbished.
Yeah, it took about a month to get them in from the send. Doc, there's the Mike Tomczak ball.
Well, I'm glad you. So
they do not like when you send the autograph balls, but they will do them.
What's going on with some of there's a signature and inscription on this one.
These aren't mine, so I'm not sure.
This is clearly Tomczak.
But this one's really cool. Take a picture of this, Rick, and show everybody if you can. Steve Corson.
That's what I thought. I saw Steve. I couldn't make out the last name.
This is an autograph NFL football from Steve Corson, who back in the day used to walk the Uniontown Mall for exercise before tragedy struck.
Yeah, he was a local here for a while.
Yeah, so this is kind of, if you could hold these balls in your hand, this is, I guess, the proper inflation.
I'll take your
word on it. These things are hard as a brick. Yeah, I know. But anyway, they're
Giggity.
back here, and what you do is you go to Wilson Online, fill out the forms. They will rebladder them, and they're as good as
So
new.
you know what? You might be able to get UPS to pick up from home too. I know FedEx did. I've never tried with UPS, but I know you can prepare it and get them to pick it up.
Yeah, because a football like this, especially an NFL ball, these balls sell for $150 to $200, and for the bladder to go on it, it's worth the $50 to bring it back to life.
The other thing too, I would do a bunch at once because of where shipping is right now.
Yeah, and it's only going to get worse. So that's something I wanted to bring to everybody's attention, that you can rebladder the old footballs.
So the opposite of worse, all the Pittsburgh teams are trending up, and of all teams, the Pirates are the hottest right now.
We kind of said that there was a chance for this to happen.
It was due. It was right about. I thought it would have been last year, but a year later than I projected. But hey, better late than never.
I was unfairly harsh on O'Neal Cruz for the last three shows, and he has shoved the whole the whole shoe in my mouth.
He's one of those guys. He's one of those guys. George Pickens of the Steelers, previously the Steelers. It's like if he doesn't feel like playing that day, it shows.
Well, the two blown balls on opening day only maybe made him get serious about playing.
Hopefully.
Because right now he's in the top 5 in 3 categories in all of Major League Baseball.
I hate to be that guy, but like if I'm O'Neal Cruz, of all the people on that team, Skeens aside, I feel he has the most potential, like the most athletic ability, whatever. And the problem with that is you're seeing these contracts these other guys are getting. If that's not incentive to get your head out of your you-know-what, then you shouldn't be there.
Oh, his talent is just undeniable. The way he swings a baseball.
Natural gifts and talent. I think he's, like I said, Skeens aside, I think he's all the natural gifts. I think he has the most.
Attitude has been somewhat of an issue, and I think for some reason the Pirates and the people around the Pirates have said that he needs to have fun to be good. Getting kicked in the rear end has done more than him having fun. I mean, getting kicked in the rear end has turned him into a baseball player. So just to be a professional baseball player and have fun, you get that lackadaisical attitude where right now the team's leaving him if he doesn't get on board.
And you know what?
Ryan O'Hearn, love that.
Where are you at with the cones?
I don't understand it. Do you have any insight into what exactly this means?
Here's where I'm at with the cones. If it inspires them to play better, I think the paycheck should do that, but that's just my opinion. But if this is what they need to do to play better, because it's working, that's great. But I'm going to tell you right now, and you'll be a victim of this at some point this summer too. We're going to be sitting in the stands, and there's going to be some clown with a cone on their head sitting right in front of us. And I'm not spending all this money and my time to go look at the back of some clown's cone for 3 hours instead of watching Skeens pitch.
Understand everything you're saying, and you're right.
Because that's going to happen.
The welding mask in the dugout, I'm all for things like this. Look, we haven't had really competitive baseball.
2013, 2015.
Was that really competitive baseball?
Oh, yeah. I mean, honestly, they should have went to the...
Really? Was that competitive baseball?
Were you asleep in 2015?
Those teams couldn't match up in a 4-game series.
You take away Kutch, and I was at the game when it came down to that one game with the Cardinals. If he doesn't drop that one ball in the 8th inning, in that close game with the Cardinals, the Pirates avoid the wild card and don't face Arrieta.
Go pitching staff versus pitching staff.
Yeah, and I will. And at the top, so you had Burnett.
Cole. I love AJ. That's all-time favorite Pirate.
And who was the Pirate?
Uncle Charlie.
Hap. No one was touching Hap the second half. 2015, I really believe there was a series with the Padres late in the year where they lost like 3 out of 4. If they split that and they don't lose that game with the one I just used with the Cardinals because of how close it was that last week of the season with the Cardinals, I really think the Pirates got to the World Series that year.
I don't think the Pirates team had the oomph that this team has as far as the
I'm not arguing
players.
that. But
this team right now, the Pirates today, and I know this is a lot of hopium and it's early in the season,
it's right place,
but
right
Brandon
time.
Lowe and Ryan O'Hearn are just blessings. Mangum, you go around and Henry Davis is batting above 100 right now. That's just amazing to me.
Well,
Henry Davis is contributing as well.
Winning's contagious.
And Connor Griffin will hit. Don't worry, he will hit. You've got a lineup that if you have Matt Holliday hit that monster in Game 4, Holliday hit the monster. They went up 3 runs against the Pirates. There was nothing in that lineup to bring them back in that game. Where this team, and I'm telling you right now, Nick York could very well just take over third base.
No, that's fine.
I don't mind that. Triolo's bat, he's had all the opportunities in the world.
But yeah, it's kind of like Sawinski.
Yeah, I kind of really like Nick York. And hey, Brian Reynolds, it's nice to see you hitting the ball again.
Yeah, and you know what? Once again, because he's got guys around him now.
And the one player that, if you're getting into the card market right now, this is out of the barn. You're not going to catch Connor Griffin at any kind of a reasonable price anymore. I've got a sneaky one that you can go and get some cards of him right now semi-cheap, and that's Braxton Ashcraft.
That's a good one.
That is a pitcher, folks. You got a sweet number 3 right now. I think the Pirates are in a really good position going forward with this. And you got the kid down in the minors who's throwing 105 miles an hour.
The one you thought the Pirates should have drafted an infielder instead of.
Dude, I like Ashcraft. I really do. I like Ashcraft.
It's like, no, you should have drafted one of these infielders. They already got a bunch of infielders.
Yeah, I guess.
Go look at the tape.
But right now, what do you do with Paul Skeens? Because I have a concept, as I always do.
Are you talking contract?
Yes.
No, you got to wait and see how the salary cap situation is going to play out.
If you were to take Mitch Keller, because of the pitching, the depth that you have, and don't forget, Jared Jones is on his way back. So Mitch Keller is 14, Brian Reynolds is 15. That's $29 million right there. If you take those two out of the play next year, you have players to fill those roles. You add maybe $15 million to that, and you give Skeens $45 million for 7 years.
So what I'm looking at here is, in a perfect world, what you said, but like when they traded Kutch that time to the Giants, which got left out of the local narrative because it killed the agenda of slandering nutting, was Kutch was on the hook for $20 million that year. The Pirates sent 19. They sent $6 million with him. So if they would unload Reynolds or Keller, they're sending money with him. So it's not like that money is just freed up, because it'll cost them to move those guys. Not just, but this team's built to win right now. So I mean, I'm not opposed to what you said down the road, but then again, the further away you get from their prime, the less you're going to get returned, and the more you're going to have to pay to send with them.
Yeah, and I understand everything you're saying. You have a 3-year window to win a World Series here.
My ADD is getting out of control. What's the Fanatics thing there?
These are actually really neat. I picked this up at the card show.
I'm sorry, it's just driving me nuts. I'm looking at this.
Go ahead.
So what do we got here?
Mark Hipsley, who helps with the card show, brought this in to me.
I don't want to ruin this, so what do I slide off that way? Okay.
Oh, that's really nice.
Oh, wow, that is cool. You know what I like about this? Number one, the background. That really pops.
This, I believe, is a new invention for the year with Fanatics. And what it is...
This would display great.
It's enclosed in basically a magazine case like we were hoping to get from CGC soon.
Yeah.
And I believe there's like 30 players that got autographed cards.
This is cool. You know what I like about this? Like, this is more or less a sports card that you can display.
Yeah.
That's
really
cool.
neat.
Sorry to hijack the pirate talk there.
Actual price on these is anywhere from $75 to $1 million.
I believe that.
So
you get the right guy, nice. One of one.
Good job, Fanatics, on these.
Yeah,
I do
that's
like
cool. Classing the business up there.
Trying.
No, but yeah, you know what though? As far as the Pirates, either way, it's good to see them. I don't think anything happens with Skeens until collective bargaining straight, and I don't think that's just from the Pirates' end. I mean, if you're like, with the exception of the Dodgers that just have like this endless pit of money, like how do you throw, especially a guy that at some point that TJ is going to be sneaking around.
With Skeens,
I want to say it out
you're
loud.
getting a guy who is something the Pirates have not had since Willie Stargell. No offense to Barry Bonds, Benny Vance, like McCutchen, any of these guys.
This is a freak of nature.
He's that, and he's a leader. He sat and gave every player a hug coming off you saw the video this morning. That's the kind of things that a leader does, and that's creating a clubhouse full of guys who like each other and want to be successful.
Yeah, I almost went down last night, but that city's a mess right now.
Speaking of a mess, what do you think's coming up?
As far as
Not
the draft,
this weekend. The weekend following will be the NFL draft, and it will be held in Pittsburgh.
yeah,
I'm standing by. It's going to be just absolute chaos down there.
for the Steelers, you got to go guard or wide receiver. I'm still there. I know they brought another receiver in, but I want to see a home run hitter brought in. I mean, these two guys
As a wide receiver, you're saying?
Yeah, and then get a guard. I know there's a few names out there, but
to solidify the line probably for a couple years, you've got two problems there. We discussed this at length 2 weeks ago. You don't have a left guard right now, and you have an issue at left tackle. If you have the Penn State Leon, however you say his name, and a major left tackle, which one do you grab in the first round? Or are you still saying wide receiver?
well, you know what? I think you see how the chips fall. I mean, if it's 8th best receiver or 3rd best guard when you're picking, then you go guard, or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? You mentioned Penn State, so I'll tell you, there's a conundrum. The Saturday of the draft, this card show that they're going to have at the convention center. I guess like every influencer in the country is going to be there. Have you heard this?
Oh, I wouldn't doubt this.
Yeah. It's supposed to be like, so do we do that, or do we go get ice cream at Penn State?
I'm going to Penn State. The draft means very little to me because I've been to Pittsburgh so many times where for events like the Art Festival, 4th of July, it's so crowded down there.
You've been to the Art Festival?
Of course, everybody's been walking around Pittsburgh and when the Art Festival goes on.
But I was...
the people that, when you have major events in Pittsburgh that aren't major like the NFL draft, it is a miserable place to be with that many people.
It really, that's why
I don't see how they see this as going to be successful.
I don't know. Yeah.
I think you have 40,000 people who will camp out Paternoville style 3 nights before the draft somewhere in Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah, that's already
and then
given.
rush the stage and stay in front of the stage where everybody who thinks they're coming in and are going to get in there, there's going to be nowhere for anybody to be on the North Shore because it's going to be blocked off.
Well, they're busting people in from Philly, Harrisburg, Maryland.
Yeah, Nemacolin has
Ohio.
draft packages that are $10,000, $20,000, and $30,000. And TSE is having Bradshaw sign autographs at the mall, I believe. So, and then there's a major card show, not only downtown, there's one up at Monroeville.
Oh, is there? Okay.
So, or Robinson, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Bryce is at Robinson that weekend. Go out to Robinson and say hi to all the guys out there. So I don't see how, and I asked a friend of mine, what happens if a car wrecks inside the Liberty tubes? Traffic is going to be backed up to what was Century 3.
Well, I mean, is that one of the ones that's being, I know they're cutting a lot of the, that's one of the reasons I didn't go to see Skeens last night, because I wanted to go down, but I guess they already got a lot of roads closed, and I just wasn't dealing with it.
And most of it, if you haven't been, I grew up going to downtown Pittsburgh to shop when it was a shopping district, not a hotel district or an apartment district. Most of Pittsburgh, for all of you guys who haven't been down there that think you're going to go there, most of the roads are one way because of bike lanes. Oh. So there is very little opportunity to navigate from the south side to the Strip District when you're not in one-way traffic because of bike lanes.
So speaking of navigating, we got to navigate our way to Wrestlemania.
Another one. Another big topic.
So who are you taking in the main event of Wrestlemania Night 1? Randy Orton or Cody Rhodes?
I just watched one of the great moments this morning getting dressed was Dusty and Ric Flair's last match. So I'm going with Cody Rhodes just because of how great the Dusty Rhodes making fun of Flair and then getting knocked out. Have you ever seen that match?
Was that the one where
absolutely they're both street clothes?
Okay, was this on Nitro at the end?
I believe so. Yeah, when you flip through reels on Instagram and you stop on 4 consecutive wrestling ones, you're just going to get flooded with wrestling stuff. The algorithm just
You don't think the Pat McAfee being in Randy Orton's corner is going to have an effect on this?
I'm a fan of the Stellar Show, not the McAfee Show.
Fair enough. Well, I mean,
That's how I roll.
Yeah, well, I'm not arguing that. You know what? I got to give him credit. He's gotten a lot of miles out of that Palomalu story.
So are you, have you ever been to WrestleMania?
Yes, 23 in Detroit.
In Detroit?
Yeah, Rock City.
Give us an overview of what, I've never been to a WrestleMania. Almost went to WrestleMania 2 in college. There was
that would have been cool.
Yeah, that was some.
What, Chicago, New York, or Los Angeles?
New York.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we were.
Piper and Mr. T boxing.
Yeah, we were half tempted to get in the car and drive out there.
Should have.
What that turned into was a 7-day jaunt across Middle America for baseball games.
Actually, you know what? You set me up good because I have been to New York for WWE. This chair was there too.
These are some of the best things you can get.
You know what? I'm gonna
Here, hand that here.
Yeah, please do, because I'm
this.
just an incompetent bum today. So yeah, pay-per-views. What they do is they still do this, and AEW does this as well, which I think is great. When you sit in the first so many rows, they put these chairs out, and this one, me and my buddy Jake Sullivan, we sat up in the nosebleeds of the Hammerstein Ballroom the night that RVD beat Cena for the championship after cashing in Money in the Bank, which is still one of the coolest. Actually, that was the best time I ever had at a wrestling show. Better than WrestleMania was that particular night. Go to YouTube, find these matches because it was awesome. You know what? Kids under 18 get parents' permission first because of the language coming from fine humanity, members of humanity like myself. But anyway, no, that was. But this chair here at one point was fetching $1,000. And someone had it on eBay. I got it for under $300 shipped to my house, and I needed this for my collection.
Yeah, this is awesome.
And I missed the boat this past weekend because RVD was in town signing. But then there's that part of me, if he signs it, I can't sit on it. So what do you do? First world problems.
This is a serious chair. If you were to get hit by this, this thing probably weighs 20 pounds.
But if you got someone to swinging it that's got some power, yeah, you could do some damage.
My favorite ECW story was a good friend of mine who just stopped at the store last week, Bill Boehner, and I were sitting around one day, and he said, there's this new wrestling called ECW, and it's going to be at the Ross Straver Ice Gardens.
Great place for wrestling.
And this was the first show that ECW did at Ross Straver at the Ice Gardens. We got in the car, drove there. They had a garbage can, and you could put a weapon in there, and someone actually had a kitchen sink there. They tossed into the ring, and I think it was
New Jack
Sandman ate the kitchen sink, the whole 9 yards. And truth be told, I watched the Funk, Sabu. You were at the Ross Straver show. It was unbelievable. Sat next to Sabu, RVD, and Bam Bam Bigelow up in the thing because Beans knew one of the guys. And all I wanted to see was, did Sabu actually have all the cuts?
Oh yeah, that was real.
He had scars everywhere.
Go watch the what is it? That series that Vice does, Dark Side of the Ring, on the original Sheik, which was Sabu's uncle, because he
Sabu was the real deal.
I mean, even though the Sheik was the real deal, also his uncle, the original Sheik, not the Iron Sheik, who's a legend also.
Yeah.
But go watch that, because they were in Japan, like at an exploding ring. The ropes are on fire. Better them than me.
This was the premier wrestling. I mean, this changed everything.
Yeah, it really
ECW forced the WWF into the ladder matches, et cetera, et cetera. ECW was something to behold.
Yeah, no, it was some good stuff. And you know what you said about my favorite was always, every once in a while, New Jack would pull out a Nintendo for a weapon. I'm sure you've seen that, Rick.
It was just fun to watch the intros to ECW to watch what New Jack jumped off of.
Oof.
Some of the balconies, some of the things that they did. But that's not to take away from Shane McMahon, Mick Foley, some of the stuff that they fell off
and
of.
I'm glad you said that. I was at King of the Ring '98 when Mick Foley was thrown off the Hell in a Cell, which was a game changer. And
the person I give the most respect to in WWE, WWF history is Shane McMahon. You've got billions. You've got access to everything. You've got the life.
It's adrenaline junkie.
He took the beatings. He took bumps. And he fell off the things he shouldn't have.
That match with him and Kurt Angle, King of the Ring 01, is one of my favorites of all time. That was in Columbus, I think. I wasn't at that one, but I'll tell you what. There's a match to go watch on YouTube or wherever. Just that match was insane.
Yeah, and Brian Kubicovic gives a shout out to you, Crusher, who I told my buddy as we walked in, we're going to run into a guy named Crusher, and Crusher was the guy who never gave up wrestling and was at every match. You've probably run across my buddy from college, Crusher.
Probably.
And he's probably still known as Crusher today. What's up, buddy?
Just the same as that. I know he's made it to Rise Wrestling a few times. Champ, a local legend.
You got one too?
Oh yeah, everybody knows Champ.
Same as Crusher.
We used to at an establishment in the area. We would watch all the pay-per-views. We'd bet $1 a match, and I took a lot of money off of Champ over the years. So, and I'm proud of that.
So one of the things I'm looking for
yeah.
is the LJNs have been re-released, and I'm holding proudly. This one is sold. I have one more here in the store, but producer Rick has informed me that there is a black background to one of these.
They're referred to as black cards, but yeah, black background. Yeah.
See, that's why I need you here to help me.
Sir.
So I'm looking for a black background one. Any of you guys who have one, bring them up to the store. I'm willing to make an offer on one to make a guy happy.
And actually, if you find the original '89 version,
yeah, bring that up too.
Yeah, please, we'll talk.
And I'm always looking to purchase some of your wrestling stuff, especially magazines.
Because he doesn't have enough, as you saw at the beginning.
I have not everything.
But I will say this though. And when I say the '89 LJN Ultimate Warrior, I don't want the where you bought the Ken Patera because you couldn't find the Ultimate Warrior and you put the Warrior face paint on him.
People didn't do that, did they?
Well, that was the thing you did as a kid. Yeah, because you would get certain GI Joes if you couldn't find. You know, Rick knows what I'm talking about because there was some GI Joes. It's like, you know what, that one kind of looks like Abdullah the Butcher, whatever, right? you did what you had to.
Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, I was more of the Bendy's guy because those LJNs, when you're like 4 years old and your hands are about the size of Duke's paws, you could only do so much with those.
So what's your favorite match of all time, speaking of WrestleMania?
Oh, my God. I could go on and on. You could always go Bret Hart, Stone Cold, WrestleMania 13. Actually, looking at the Warrior Hogan, WrestleMania 6 was a lot better than people want to give it a, because I always like these nerds. Oh, these guys can't work. My favorite is always when they say Great Khali could not work. So Great Khali would win a match just by going like this and knocking someone out. I'm sorry, that's more believable than Daniel Bryan tapping out Batista. So to those guys that subscribe to that nonsense, there you go. They're yeah. But anyway, how about yourself?
Excuse me. I really appreciate the old-fashioned match between Rock and Hogan.
That was a good one, but
That's the classic.
I'll go back a little older too, actually. Ric Flair, Terry Funk, I Quit match, Clash of the Champions is high on my list. That was that was a good one. Or like I said, Warrior Hogan. I threw out that Kurt Angle, Shane McMahon from 01.
The one that's probably noted as the greatest is when Hogan and Andre went at it.
Yeah, I mean, and that is this year's Hall of Fame inductee match, which probably should have been the first one, not to take away from Stone Cold and Bret Hart, because that's match is higher on my list. But as far as like, just getting 93,000 people to a building, I know people want to say, well, what about Steamboat Savage that night? Yeah, I'm sorry. Hogan and Andre drew the crowd. So not to take away from what they did that night. But.
And when you get into some of the old the rehashes of those matches, Andre's back was a mess.
He was a mess in general. Yeah, I mean.
Drinking 2 cases of beer a day will get you kind of, we'll get you in that position.
Then again, hey, maybe that's what carried him as long as it did. Who am I to say?
Yeah.
I'm not an expert.
But Hogan explains that quite well, how that match carried on, knowing that Andre's back was bad and he really couldn't help him.
Yeah, well,
as far as slamming him,
which
is the iconic moment.
Which I mean, in that situation too, if you're Hogan, like what a spot to be in, because this guy's got back problems. Getting him up is going to be a problem in a chore itself, but also getting him down. Gravity is not kind to guys that big.
No.
So
no, not at all.
But you know what? They both got out of it. So and Hogan's another one of those guys that these geeks like to say he doesn't know how to work or whatever. Go pull up his matches in Japan.
No,
I'm being serious. Go pull a match of because he wrestled a completely different style in Japan. Like when he had to put on those technical clinics, like as they like to say, he could. So yeah, and
not everybody's Al Snow. Going back to the ECW days, they always said how Al Snow was the greatest technical wrestler, but he couldn't sell the way Hogan did.
I mean, am I allowed to say the one guy's name?
Go ahead.
I'm not going to. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. I mean, like, because even Kurt Angle said if this guy would have been trained, he could have went to the Olympics and won the gold, or probably. That was another one fun too for me. I loved for years, and two of the three one of the three at least. I used to say for years, if Angle, Lesnar, and that other person would have went to UFC, they would have dominated. Angle had the neck issues, or he would have. I mean, I believe that. I mean, he was just a natural for
different.
that. But when Brock Lesnar got to UFC, he humbled a lot of people, which was just awesome to see. There was a lot of people that had to eat crow out my way that wanted to take that bet.
When you look at Lesnar's neck, his trap muscle is honestly that thick. Only Paul Posluszny, that's the closest I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's a good example.
To just how do you? We don't even have neck machines in gyms anymore to get that way.
Which is why at WrestleMania 19, when he went head first into the canvas, jumping off the top rope, he was able to eventually get back up on his own because of how what you're saying as far as
just unbelievable trap muscles. They're up here. It's just crazy to see that.
Man, I think we found a way to work everything in, Rick. Where are we at? We good? Wrap it up? All right. But speaking of Rick, DJ Rick, check him out online. Always a good time up at Hillbilly. This guy's got his own like Grateful Dead following. It's Yacht River Brewing's a great place to check him out because you might see the Duke and I again there because we don't like to advertise that too much because Duke's a big celebrity and everyone will come out to see him. But and we don't want to be shutting down the streets like the draft is in Pittsburgh. So don't forget to get online, check out where DJ Rick is. Obviously, Stellar's Collectible Shop inside the Uniontown Mall. And don't forget Rise Wrestling, who always put on a good show, and follow us. Anything else, sir?
Thanks, everybody, again, for all the help with the card show. You made it great. It's all on